Escaping society is not awakening, and trying to leave the matrix might actually be the thing keeping you stuck, because a lot of people think awakening means leaving the system, rejecting money, rejecting responsibility, and stepping away from modern life. But here's the uncomfortable question most people don't want to ask. Are you actually integrating spirituality into your life? Or are you using it to avoid parts of yourself that feel uncomfortable? Because a lot of people who think they've awakened are actually just avoiding their life, just being in the flow, transcending the material world and ascending to the 5D. And spirituality becomes the excuse. I know this because I lived it. By the end of this video, you'll understand why real awakening isn't about escape, and how to consciously live inside the world without being consumed by it. Because the danger isn't the matrix. The danger is confusing avoidance for enlightenment. For a long time, I truly believed that awakening meant leaving society behind. I lived off-grid in the jungle and mountains of Ecuador and Colombia for many years in various different intentional communities, permaculture farms, and so-called safe havens. During that time, I thought that I had found the new earth. I got rid of all my material possessions, believing that detachment automatically meant depth, that somehow having less made me more spiritual. And without realizing it, I started polarizing the human experience. There were the awakened ones, and then there were the NPCs, or the sheep. And here's the irony. In communities that claimed unity, oneness, and compassion, we were the ones creating more separation, labeling people who didn't share our beliefs as unconscious, when in reality, some of those people were more embodied, grounded, and integrated than we were. Not because they know the truth of the universe, but because they practiced humility, responsibility, and presence in their daily lives. This is where spirituality turns into avoidance. We start rejecting money, ambition, desire, responsibility. But avoiding the world doesn't make you awake. It just makes your life smaller. It means rejecting parts of the human experience that are integral, not inferior. Awakening isn't about deleting parts of yourself. Avoidance is not awakening. It's unfinished work. The real shift happened when I realized this. We didn't come here to escape the human experience. We came here to inhabit it consciously. The real work isn't by bypassing all the cards that were dealt. It's learning how to integrate spirituality into the most seemingly mundane moments, cultivating presence in every moment. And the things that we deem not spiritual are, in fact, parts of the world that we live in, whether we approve of them or not. And here's the key. Free will doesn't mean escaping reality. It means choosing how you participate. Anyone can feel peaceful when they're in isolation, locked away in the mountains, detached from consequence, and seeking transcendence. But what does that do for humanity when most people are living inside the complexity? That kind of separation goes directly against the unity we claim to embody. Presence is learning how to stay conscious when life is loud, when plans fall apart, when emotions arise, when things don't go how we imagined. Not bypassing, not blaming the matrix, not blaming the shadow, not even blaming the cosmos, right? I see this a lot, especially in astrology culture, where everything becomes Mercury retrograde.
Mercury retrograde.
All right, editing Nate here. I don't know what the hell that was. Mercury retrograde? I meant to say Mercury retrograde, but I didn't correct myself. Anyways, let's keep going. Or some cosmic excuse that does not empower us. It removes responsibility and turns us back into victims. And that is the spiritual trap. The matrix is real, but not in the way that people think. It's unconscious patterning, conditioned behavior, inherited belief systems. And yes, those patterns are often exploited by power structures, as they are in our world right now. But here's the part that gets missed. Confusion is more effective than control. Fragmentation is more effective than force, which is why spirituality itself can be co-opted, turned into love and light, bypassing that keeps people passive. The instinct is to try to escape, to believe that there's somewhere else. That's the trap. You don't defeat the matrix by leaving it. You outgrow it by becoming conscious inside of it. That's when your agency returns. That's when your perceptions change, and when you stop leaving people behind. It's like in the movie The Matrix, Neo doesn't run away. He goes back in, but he's already been unplugged. He's aware, able to bend the rules. Because once you see clearly, you can't truly ever go back to sleep, even while participating in the system. This brings us to what people call the 5D. And 5D is not another place. It's not a future timeline. It's not an escape plan. It's a shift in perception. Same world, same responsibilities, different relationship. 5D isn't where you go. It's how you see. So no, coming back into society didn't put me back to sleep. It required more awareness than ever before. I stopped trying to escape my humanity and I learned how to inhabit it consciously. Maybe awakening isn't about leaving the world. Maybe it's about learning how to meet it honestly, without bypassing, without disassociation, without pretending we're above it. So my question to you is, where in your life might you be called to escape instead of integrate? In the next video, I'll break down how time, choice, and what people call quantum leaping actually works, and why awareness changes everything. So if that's something that interests you, consider hitting that subscribe button, sticking around. I would love to have you part of the family.